Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 19. So I mentioned last time that I was finding using the skid steer as a stump muncher was a little bit difficult, not because the stump muncher didn't work, but because the skid steer was kind of, well, touchy. So, man, this grass is sure growing quickly here. I can barely find my stumps. So what I decided to use was this. Now, this T-Rex 600 is available on the Mod Hub, and its big claim to fame is, as the mod author said, it will make entire trees disappear. Now, that's kind of neat. I never noticed that before. The way the sidearm folds in beside you. That's not what I want it for, however. I simply... Okay, so it's got basically all the same controls as a front loader. Cool. Let's turn it on. Oh, that's definitely on. And let's see how it does, shall we? See if we can get a good angle on this. Alright, well, it certainly works effectively enough. Much like the Brooks, it seems to have a certain hit point, and if you go beyond that, then you lose your grindiness. Ooh, it really winds out for a second after it's finished cutting, eh? Very effective indeed. Nice and quick. But I wanted to get this done. We're almost at the end of our first day of summer here. Approaching the 9 p.m. So I can't imagine we're going to have too much more daylight. Nice. Of course, being tracked, it's certainly nice and maneuverable. It turns pretty much in its own... Oh. Well, I didn't expect it to just immediately disappear the log. I wanted to see if I could just, like, come up to the end of it and give it a grind. But, wow, as soon as I got within a foot of it, it just... disappeared. So yeah, if you're trying to clear for fields or something, this would be a handy tool. And I did leave quite a mess of stumps about. As I said, I cut down a lot of trees, almost 500,000 liters worth. Which, still kind of a weird way to measure wood, but there you go. You can only imagine how confusing it went if we say, you know, measured each different commodity in their normal, you know, having milk in liters, but grains in, you know, kilograms or pounds or bushels or, you know. And then trees, well, I do believe logs are actually sold by the board foot, not any sort of weight at all. So, yeah. That's why there's a job called a scaler. And a scaler is the one that can actually tell you how much wood your little logging effort has cut down. Of course, simple enough. They just measure diameters and lengths, but you have to do a lot of roughing in, of course, because the diameter of a tree can change every couple of inches, or it can be, you know, steady as a rock for 60 feet. So, quite a job. Good paying job, too. Really good paying. do believe this was as far as I got. Oops. There we go. Okay, you want to see what it does to disappear trees? Let's just try it out, just for the heck of it. I hate to waste $1,000 worth of tree, but there you go. Alright, so the tree disappears and then it munches the stump down. It actually works a little better than the Brucks. But yeah, I don't want to do that. They're worth way too much money to be just sending into the ether like that. Whoop. Whoop. Tried to compensate a bit too much for the old forward momentum. Alright, I believe that's this side of the road. Beautiful. Now, here we go. It's amazing how quickly it gets rid of the little log chunks as opposed to the stumps, eh? And I really wish the sawdust mod was still a thing. I got so used to using it, I actually thought it was part of the game. I was looking for sawdust the first couple times I cut wood in FS19 going, what? Where's the sawdust? That's a valuable commodity, man. I don't know what I was thinking with this stump. Look at the size of this thing. It's freaking near a tree, man. Yeah, as you said, I found the easiest way to do it was just use the big Ponzi to cut them down, and then while they're still in the grip of the machine, take them over by the trigger point. And, I mean, you can drag them whole across the trigger, or you can just use the pad the trigger's built onto to, you know, slice them into 8 or 10 foot or meter lengths, and as they're cut, they disappear. It's a little closer to a bit more realistic, and I'm sure that the wood processing plant appreciates the fact you're not dumping all those branches down its throat. And one last stump, and our work here is done. Now, economically, as a stump muncher, this thing's not worth buying. I believe it's like 192K. If you've got a property that you want to build a field, then maybe, because, as you see, it's really efficient at eating trees. There's another stump. I don't think I'm low enough. There it is. See, I must have been a good three feet away from that branch. Alright, I just want to see here. Have we got them all? Well, it does look like it. Alright. Alrighty. You can definitely tell the sun is a-setting. So let's park up over here, and then we'll quickly have a quick waddle around the site here. And see if anything really cool has gone on in our absence. Alright, so this thing, which produces... Alright, we know we don't have near close to the materials. I still need to bring... Oh, diesel fuel. Okay. And of course rings. And we're not making rings at the moment. We're making nails. Load wood chips. Drop boards. Okay, we could use a pallet of boards there. Ah, this makes cardboard boxes. Interesting. Okay. Then we've got, of course, the warehouse. But let's go down and see how our little nail producer's doing. Making happy little spikes. Or maybe it's making big 10-inch nails. Who knows? 1333, hey? Alrighty. And I'm going to guess what, 2,000 is... oh, right, you don't load these by the pallet, do you? Huh. Or do you? See, most things on the factories are loaded as commodities, i.e. through a spout into a trailer. Doesn't appear to be the case. Oh, we're out of boards. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, that's why it stopped producicating. We'll need to spawn some more boards. So... okay, what do we got? 42,000 and... how much is a pallet of boards? Oh well, I'm sure we can get a few by the looks of things anyway. Let's go, let's spawn 4. Cute. Alright. Let's go and grab this, shall we? Maybe this is what I should have kept the little skid steer for. Moving goods around in the industrial park. I mean, it can certainly be done with this, but the articulated doesn't exactly speed the process. Yeah, I know. Oops. I think I overshot my mark. Okay, I don't want to accidentally have these start unstacking onto the warehouse. I'm not sure how big the trigger is. There we go. We have avoided it. There, we want to drop these right here. 6 feet away from where we started. There we go. That's what I like to see. I'm going to grab a couple more for here, or at least one more. And then I think we're going to... kind of ridiculous how close it really was, huh? You get kind of used to wiggling them in. Alrighty. Man, it just sucks through them so quickly, eh? Must take just a rack of them in at a time. So we might as well drop this last one. Alright. I'm going to call that a good day's work. Let's head back over, park it up, and then we'll go across the street, have a quick night nap, and we should be good to go. These factories are so well done. You don't have to go look for some specific little spot to stare at to get the little charts to come up. And no, it is a thing of beauty and convenience. Bang! No, that would only happen to me in real life. Now, well, no, we'll try. I was going to say maybe what I'll do is I'll just cut here and I'll use the fast forward thing. Like I'll go to 120x. Because like I said, the issue is... well, that's just not right at all. Look at the sky. Huh. I have never seen that in this game. That's just weird. Well, okay. Huh. Yeah, like I said, for some reason, if you use this thing to sleep, when you wake up, you're looking at probably a minute or so of the thing's a slideshow. You know? Now this, down this area, for some reason, especially looking off that way, does give me a bit of a frame drop to start with. So it's probably not the best area for it, but... you know, what can I say? So what time have we got here? It's 10 p.m. Alright, so we're going to want to be up about 6-ish maybe, hey? Something like that. Alright. So let's do... yeah, we're currently at 1 FPS. Now we're at 16. Everything's fully rendered back in. We still make more than we pay at night, so that's cool. See? And it sits here at 15, 13. All of the fans in my PC will ramp up. And yeah, it's not quick. This is going to take us... see what I mean? It's just a freaking slideshow. It's like it has to recache the entire map. And those clouds are completely screwed. Yeah, we're still at 15 then. Here, let's see if I can find somewhere that's maybe a little less busy. There we go. Now it's let go. See, all of a sudden, it just lets go. And we're fine again. Weirdness, man. Weirdness, I tell you. Alright, what do we got going on over here? Oats growing, doing well. Very nice. How's everybody doing here? Man, they just don't produce much manure, do they? Because, I mean, think about it. This is... Well, I guess I did grab some already, but the pigs I haven't done. I don't think. So this would be like a couple of months worth. I don't think so, man. They spit more corn out of their trough in a couple of months than... And I'm pretty sure pigs don't work that way. Pretty sure. Speaking of which, how are they looking? It's not too messy, is it? Let's have a look at our stats. Dun 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 dun. Chickens. Just fine. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this last episode. When I logged in, not last episode, but the one before, I was greeted to the message, 4 of your animals have died. Now, all of my pens had food, all of my pens had water, all of my pens were relatively clean. Therefore, it leads me to believe that they must have died in 0.3 years. The next pig? Are you serious? They must have died of old age. And yet again, there shouldn't have been, unless... The only thing I can figure out is that when you start the map, there are some chickens, etc., etc. It could have been that... Could some of them... does the map... when you pick seasons, for instance... Because when you load up a map, it loads up to a default length for seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, it defaults at, I think, 9 days. Is that the one? Is that the default length for seasons? And I think when you set it to your own, like I decided I wanted 6 days, right? I wonder if it doesn't skip over to the next seasons. You know what I mean? Like, start the whole thing fresh, i.e. skips a year. If that's the case, then I can understand that possibly after a year and 3 or 4 months, give or take, that perhaps some of the chickens, if they were bought when they were half a year old, may have died of old age. Although I was kind of under the impression that chickens lived approximately 10 years. And yeah, it doesn't tell you who or what died. Unfortunately, it just said 4 animals. So I have no idea if anybody knows why. Because that was not yet summer. That was still only mid-spring. So at best, I would have had the animals for 2 or 3 months. Right? So it couldn't have been anything that I purchased because they would have been super young. Needs lime. Yeah, I realize it's not going to get any. I'm sorry. It's also only 66% fertilized. I think we should give this another go. Because I'm pretty sure all of our other fields are 100%. Come over here, give our... Oh, our corn is doing nice. Look at how healthy that looks. Beautiful. That is nice stuff. Here, I'll go between the rows. That doesn't seem to work. I still bend the corn over. Oh, well. Apparently I'm just that fat. So a little bit of fertilization. How's the seedster doing? Hey, man. Nice. Not much, but then we didn't put much in there, did we? Well, you've still got some stuff. You've got fertilizer. What is it you're missing? Herbicide. Oh, really? Well, I need that thing running, not stopped, so... I believe that this was the little unit that allowed us to move it into there the last time. Let's see. There you go. It's a day 2 early summer. Beautiful. Or last day of early summer if you wish. And it says we've got clouds rolling in. Let's have a look at our seasonal thingy-mabooger, shall we? The weather. So today, cloud. Oh, it's going to rain all afternoon. Well, that's okay. And possibly tomorrow, the first... Really? Midsummer, and we're going to start it with rain? Ew. Ew. Buggers. That'd be like the day school lets out as a kid, and bell goes, and you throw all your books in the air and run outside, and it's hammering down rain. I don't think it ever happened. I don't think that's ever actually happened. I mean, it's the time of year you wouldn't really expect it to. Although we do get rain in June, I'll give it that. But yeah, I don't remember, I don't know. Maybe it's the old rose-colored glasses thing, but I don't remember a single time school being over for the year and, you know, that burst out the front doors for the final time that year and have it not be anything but a sunny day. Okay. Our giant log forks, which I have a feeling I'm not going to keep. Yeah, that didn't lead much, did it? So we're going to have to buy a couple more of those. And I know I don't like buying commodities to produce stuff, but the point of it is as far as I know, we can't exactly generate our own herbicides. And probably for good reason. It's not something you want your average person messing with, to be honest with you. Right? Okay, so let's buy ourselves a couple of these. 2,000 liters, so I'll need a couple, and that'll leave me, I guess, 600 liters left, because I've already got 300 in the tank. Okay. And that's fine and diggity dog, so let's do it. They're nice and close. There we go. So if you do enjoy the videos, guys, don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Would really be appreciated. It's even for the sad amount of views that I do get, let me tell you, the smacking of that like button is even sadder. You know, I try and do it when I watch videos. I figure if I watch more than a few minutes of someone's video, then, oh, I'm only 75% full? Oh, let's buy another one. Then I should at least show my appreciation for their effort. And it's not like it's a huge thing to do. And as well, if you want to give the description a read and maybe toss a little love Old Man 102's way, that's always appreciated as well. After all, the most amazing map we've had so far, and it's all coming from there and all getting better. Oh, and as a side note, I also have a Patreon channel if anyone's overly generous and feels like helping to support a poor fella's channel. There are links to all of these things and more in the description down below. Indeed. Alright. So we'll flip this off, and then I think we're actually pretty much at the end of the episode. That went by pretty darn quick, actually, I must say. Oh, Got myself hooked on the corner of that pile of pallets. There we are. Excuse me. Alright, and our seed monster's back up again. Cool. And with that, we're going to call her a day. Do hope everybody enjoyed. Hope you guys all had yourselves a wonderful weekend. It is, of course, a long weekend here in Canada, so... There we are. What the heck? Am I getting out on the roof now? Apparently I am. Well, that's just creepy. Alright. And on that bombshell, I will leave you guys for another day. Take care of each other, folks. I hope you enjoy the Ricciville map. It is absolutely astounding. There is a link to the Facebook page where you can download it. So, take care. Ciao for now.